Hey guys, it's Jen from beautyriotx, and today we're doing my video on my first purchase of Hakuhodo eyeshadow brushes. I've purchased 8 of them. First I got 4, and then like a week later I purchased 4 more. And I didn't purchase any face ones because, I don't know, I don't splurge on like face brushes. I have a ton of them I like, but eye brushes are where I tend to just go all in, I guess you could say. So first let me tell you a little bit about Hakuhodo if you've never heard of them or if you don't know too much about them. So they are a Japanese brand. Each brush is handmade in Kumano, I think is how you pronounce it, Japan, by a team of skilled craftsmen with decades of experience. So each brush is handmade by like a number of people. The brushes are only sold on their website at makeup trade shows and conventions and in their showroom in California. They ship worldwide, they're cruelty-free. For example, all purchases and supplies strictly adhere to Japan's Welfare and Management of Animals Act, as well as any international laws. If you want to know more about any of those facts, you can refer to their frequently asked questions section on their website, and I'll list it in the box below. This isn't a sponsored video or anything like that. They don't know who I am. I mean, I don't think they've ever sponsored anybody's video. But again, I'll list their link below, and let's get into it. So each time I ordered from them, I ordered over a certain amount of products, and they sent me a free brush cleansing cloth. Normally, I use like a towel when I clean my brushes, but this is like very, very soft and like fine feeling, so I'll get into that later, but I'll tell you what brushes I bought. I'll do a little eye look for you. It's a very basic bitch kind of look. I'm not gonna do anything fancy because I'm not feeling very fancy, so kidding who. So they, like I said, they send a lot of paperwork, like telling you how to care for your brushes, how to make them like last very long, and because they are, I don't know how many like brushes or brush companies hand make their brushes, like maybe it is like a more common thing than I know about, but I think it's very impressive that they hand make their brushes. Now, the one thing that I noticed right off the bat, so here's a Sigma brush, and here is a Hakuhodo, and it's a good deal smaller. I was like, wow, like I was surprised, but the weight feels slightly heavier, but like almost the same. I did get most of them from the same line, and they have about, right on the screen actually how many, but they have a considerable amount of series, I guess you could say. And I got them all pretty much from the J, B series and one from the S series. I remember first hearing about these brushes years ago from Samantha Ravndal, and I remember not even bothering looking into them. First of all, because I didn't feel the need to upgrade my brushes at the time, and I just remember her describing them as being like really expensive and again, like handmade, and I love upgrading brushes now. Like now I don't want any shitty brushes. So now there's a certain type of brush that I look for, a certain shape, a certain feel, and like natural brushes, like white hair brushes are what I'm all about. I kind of researched, I looked up like the best eyeshadow brushes from Hakuhodo themselves, like on Google, and a few of these popped up. So the first one is the J5523, and this is the eyeshadow brush, round and flat. It reminds me of the shape of some of my best love, like Smith brushes, or one of my favorite Morphe brushes, which I don't purchase Morphe brushes anymore, but one of my favorite Morphe brushes I still use. It's the top is kind of rounded and then kind of flares going down. I've used these 4 once already because I wanted an idea of how I liked them and how they performed. I haven't used the last 4 of my second purchase. This is the J5523. This is a goat hair brush. They're really like informational about their brushes. Like it tells you the size, what the ferrule is made of, the handle type, the hair type, what it's used for, about the series of the brush line that it's from. I like that the website isn't very ornate, like it's not fancy, like it's very to the point, like it's very simple. Now, this brush was $19. That's not much different than a Smith brush, which is around that anyway. So I didn't feel as though, oh God, like that's crazy. There are more expensive ones on their site, but I didn't feel as though I was being robbed, or I didn't feel as though it's an insane investment. Now, if you're used to paying, you know, $5 for your eyeshadow brush, then yeah, you might be like, but you know, These are things to me that are worth investing in. All right, the next one is the J5529 eyeshadow brush round. That's how they're worded. This is a bit on the smaller side. This again is goat hair. This says you can naturally smudge and blend the eyeshadow. You can use liquids, cream, or even powder. I'm only using these for powder products. When I use like a cream or a liquid, I just use my finger. The next is the J146 eyeshadow round brush. Again, this is an eyeshadow brush. It's made of goat hair. And this is good for smudging and blending. And also they say it can be used for highlighting, but I mean, I think it's too small for a highlighting brush. And the last one from this purchase is the B142. And this is the eyeshadow brush round. And this to me is like a crease brush, like a slightly large one. And again, this is goat hair. You'll be able to see them a bit better as I'm using them. I don't know why I can't get this to focus right now, but whatever. Moderate resilience, smudging, blending, colors can be easily achieved. Again, they say you can use this for highlighter. I probably wouldn't do that either. Again, goat hair. And these are from the second ones that I haven't used yet. This one I didn't realize was slightly slanted. I usually don't use these kind of brushes, but I'm going to because I bought it and I don't really use them, so I'm gonna give this one a chance. This is the, I think it's an I5607 eyeshadow round and angled brush. This is synthetic fiber though. This says this distinctive round shape that you see right here, it's designed to fit like the contour of your crease. This amazing feature of synthetic fiber is less shedding and less color bleeding with its natural, compared to the natural hairs. Okay, the next is the J5522, and this is a slightly bigger crease brush than the first one I showed you. This one is $20. It's a goat hair brush, and this is for soft natural coloring. This also is said to be used with liquid or cream-based makeup, even powder. The next is the J533. It's also made from goat hair, and I love how this is kind of flatter on top. You can naturally smudge, blend eyeshadow, and it can be used with all different types of products. Liquid, cream, powder, goat, and I mean, you can, it's goat hair. And this is the eyeshadow brush round, if I didn't already say that. And the last is from a different, this is from the S series, and this has like the gold barrel right here. This was my most expensive. This is $25. And this is very similar to my first brush, my I523. This is the S523. Eyeshadow brush round flat. This is from horsehair. This is why it's different and a little bit more expensive. The bristles made from horsehair are soft on your skin and provide moderate resistance. The brush can be used for the upper lid, produces great coloring, and can be also used with different types of products again. So I'm interested to see, I mean, I can already see the difference in the bristles. This one seems a little bit smoother, while this one flares a bit more and it kind of puffs out a bit more, which I like. I'm interested to see if I like this one or not, because I don't love that it's kind of packed together so densely. It almost seems like it's gonna stay in this positions, where I like once you rough it up a little bit, it flares and it blends better. So I'm interested to see how this one pans out, since it was more expensive, I'm assuming, obviously, from the product it's made from. But all right, let's get into our eye look and see how these perform. I'm gonna try to use all of them. I mean, I'm going to use all of them, but here we go. I'm gonna use my, I don't even know what's in here. I just grabbed my Makeup Forever palette. This was before they came out with their new ones. These were the best. Oh my God, like I have 8 of these in all different sizes. They were like crazy cheap from Sephora. I don't know why they discontinued them. Now they're like, I think they're like clear on top, and like you can take the whole thing off. And I get like it's cool that they're clear on top, but these were incredible. Like I just love them. But anyway, I don't know what's in here. I'm not gonna go through every color or anything. I'm just doing it like a neutral eye look with this. Anyway, here we go. So I just applied my KVD Shake Primer, about halfway done, still loving it. So basically it says when you're done using a brush, lightly clean it on your little cleansing cloth that they've sent. It's got the little Hakuhodo tag right there. I have used it a few times. It doesn't get them 100% clean, which kind of bothers me. I kind of like to rough my brushes up a little bit just to make them like a little fluffier. So I'm hoping to use this and keep them as intact as possible. We'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna start with one of my new brushes again. And I'm not even gonna show you the colors I use. I'm just gonna go in and start doing shit. Oh, so I wasn't going to, but I actually ordered one of Samantha Ravindal's new Glow Lust highlighter liquid things. I ordered two, the first two like lightest shades. I wasn't going to because I was on Talia's site looking at her like swatches and stuff for them. And it's similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter stuff, but not exactly. So I was like, do I need it? Like they're kind of pricey. The way Sam described it, a lot of people were asking her about if it's the same, and she said it is like different, so I ordered two of them, whatever. You know, let's use the weird synthetic one. I do see them, like how it would fit like in your crease. I'm turning it sideways and I'm using it this way. It feels nice, like none of them feel scratchy so far. The first ones from my first order, I used all four of them and they were very nice. And honestly, I feel like this was one that I just bought because I couldn't find another one to try. Now here's the horsehair brush. Like I said, like you can kind of see, like it's very smooth looking and dense, which isn't a bad thing, but I mean, I can't lie. I love like a good fluff to my brushes. Like my brushes don't need to be like smooth and clean feeling. Like I got a Fenty one recently from like BoxyCharm. I hated it because it was kind of similar to this, but much like harder. Like it was way more packed. Like this one has a bit more like movement to it. I feel like there's a better chance of this one opening up and being more pliable as I use it more. And the directions for cleaning these are very, like they say clean them in lukewarm water. Don't use like alcohol-based spot cleansers for them because it will make them deteriorate basically, like little by little. It'll cause them to shed. So like it goes into detail about what to do and what not to do when cleaning them. It'll make them last longer if you do certain things. I'm not gonna lie though, I might actually kind of sparingly use my secrets to clean this just to kind of rough it up a little bit to see if I can get it to that place I want it. We'll see. This might be one that I'll use more under my eye if I can't get it to more like this one, because this one has more of a fluff. So this is the regular 5523. And listen, it took me years to decide to upgrade my brushes and invest in higher end ones. You don't need to. Like you don't need to spend $20 on a brush unless you want to. I'm gonna go back in with the angled one. Yeah, that actually works nice. There's plenty of good brushes that you can get more affordable. I just chose to go this route because I like to see what else is out there. I'm gonna use that horsehair brush again to do a little packing on the lid. Now I will say I don't feel any scratchiness with these. That is one thing that with my favorite brushes, I love. My Smith brushes are my go-tos. My Makeup Shack brushes are the ones I use like daily, and my like two Morphe brushes that I love and still use. With those, I do find a little bit of scratchiness. These so far, I don't have any. So I did actually buy a soap from the brand as well. I'll show it on the screen. It's in the bathroom. I don't feel like getting it. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. Now you can see on the towel, it is taking off product. But unfortunately, the brushes are not clean. So I mean, that will bother me, especially if I'm using darker shades. Most of the shades I'm using are on the lighter side. I can't honestly say that I will go in and wash my brushes every day. I mean, I'm not even, can't say every day. Maybe I will actually end up washing them because I don't do my makeup every day anymore. I may end up doing that, who knows. All right, I'm gonna go in with the smaller ones now. And I'm gonna bring a little bit of that darkness up. Oh, that's very nice. That worked seamlessly. And really, I mean, I didn't really particularly use small brushes until, I mean, really not that long ago. This is definitely one I'll use to like buff out my lower lash line as well. We have one more like really small one. This is the 5529. I don't want to use this one for yet. All right, so I mean, they worked beautiful. I used all of them except the really small one. I might just hold off. All right, so let me go off camera. I'm gonna do this eye real quick, and then I'll talk about my feelings so far. Okay, so let's talk about these Hakuhodo brushes. So I finished my eye look using these two brushes on my lower lash line. And I finally did use that really tiny detail brush just for my inner corner highlight. I can say right off the bat which ones I can see myself reaching for consistently when I do my eye makeup, and the ones that I probably won't. Do I think these are really good quality? Yes, I do. Do I think they were worth the price? Yes. Do I think you need these? No. If you're happy with your brushes and they do what you want them to do, no, you don't need these. If you want to invest in good brushes, I think these are well worth it. I'm pretty sure these are the most affordable from the brand. And if I had to recommend that I think anyone would really like, I would say these three are my recommendations out of the 8. And you know what? I'm even gonna say 4. I think these were like the best. Can't say anything as to their longevity, how they clean. I haven't done any of those things yet, but so far I'm pretty happy with them. They really did work seamlessly with my shadows so far. I will most likely keep these and use these for neutral shadows though. I will not use these for colorful ones because they are so delicate, and cleaning will probably be an issue because they recommend not to use any alcohol-based spot cleaners with them. I love to use those spot cleaners, so I don't want to kill these right off the bat. So because of that, I will probably use these more so for my neutral looks and use my other brushes for like my more colorful looks. Yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with them. Like I said, those 4 are probably the ones I'm going to use the most. The other ones I'll probably use here and there as I need them. And honestly, probably the ones that I had said in the beginning that I would use the least, or if I could go back in time and probably not get, would be the horsehair brush right here and the slanted one. Neither are particularly bad, but I just don't see myself reaching for them. That could change. Again, this is the first time I've used these two, but it's a prediction. So yeah, let me know if you use any Hakuhodo brushes yourself, which ones are your favorites, which ones are your least favorites. Let me know in the comments below. That was it. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. And that was it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.